Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and it is that time of the month again, the time you guys have all been waiting for, when I get to show you guys an exclusive, brand new video on the latest, the newest, Warmaster, Thalassa. We finally have the Water Warmaster monster about to be released in a matter of hours, I think 10 more hours. And so, the really cool thing about this specific video is that unlike the other times I've done a review on the monster, I absolutely have no idea what this monster is capable of. I haven't seen any sneak peek stuff, I haven't seen anything. So this literally will be, it'll be a showcase, but it'll also be an exclusive first look because it's going to be my reaction to seeing this monster for the first time. With that being said, there's a few things we got to get out of the way. The first being that Social Point gave me this monster, gave me the food to feed this monster, gave me the cells to rank this monster up to level 130, they gave me the gems to speed up this monster. They basically gave me everything I need to make this video, so huge thanks to them. But it's not like I get to keep everything. At the end of the video, or once I finish doing everything I need to do with this monster, I'm going to sell her, I'm going to get rid of her, and then if I want her, I'm just going to have to get her by myself. And that's just because it wouldn't be fair to get an exclusive monster for free, whereas everyone else has to purchase her. And another thing, I am going to take this monster into player versus player. However, I am not allowed to win those battles because it wouldn't be fair to win with an exclusive monster that no one else has, and for me just to dominate the game. So if you guys see me do player versus player, I am losing those battles, okay? So I need to make that clear because I don't think it was that clear in the previous video. With that being said, let's see what Thalassa has to offer. So first of all, she ruled the water realms until she had to go with the other Warmasters. She left the realms in the hands of her daughter Thetis, and her lieutenant Hyde, but the war between the two divided the population. Now Thalassa has returned and she must reunify the water realms. So this sounds like a good Legion's monster to me. Let's see what her trait is. Status effects have a 35% accuracy against her, and she has status caster, double maximum stamina. So you start the game off with double stamina? What the heck? And then immunity to freeze. Is that a team or a single? That looks like a single. Okay, so let's feed her to level 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, cool. So now we can actually test her out. And that double stamina is impressive, but not anything too amazing. As of right now, trait-wise, she's nothing like Elvira. She's nothing like Necromancer that can just dominate at level 4 or at a low level. Yeah, she has a double stamina. It works wonderfully with like a Voltic, a Prince Charmless, any extra turn monster, because they're gonna start the game off with 280 stamina, and then in addition their relics or their runes. It can also help with monsters like Cryoton, like Scotty Vera that have high stamina cost skills. But so far it's not too impressive, I would say. Let's see, what do I want to do? I think I want to test her at level 4. Alright, so here we are in the adventure map. I have my monster. She has 140 stamina. Cryoton has 303. Voltic has 451. Let me click fight and let's see what happens. So her effect should activate, double stamina. Cryoton now has 605, even though it only shows 303 right now. Increases max stamina, 902. So let me do an attack. Let me do this real quick. Scotty, and what happens now? I still have the 605 increase, and it only lasts for one more turn, so let's do Olympus. So that's awesome. So it definitely helps with the monsters like Cryoton. That way you don't have to rely on stamina, on relics, or on runes. Let me just recharge with Volt, and let's see. Maximum stamina. Oh no, so it's a permanent thing. Increases maximum stamina. Oh no, scratch that. It's not a permanent thing. So yeah, again, first time me looking at this monster. I haven't seen what she's capable of, but yeah, it does say right there, 3 turns, increases maximum stamina. Okay, so we've seen that. And then the immunity to freeze is to the team. So now we actually do have a monster that can counter freeze, which is pretty darn amazing. We have Necromancer for possession, we have this monster for freeze, we have the Earth one for stun. So if you put the Earth one, I'm sorry, his name escapes me right now. We put Thalassa and we put Necromancer, you have the trifecta. You have the immunity to freeze, to possession, to stun, which is pretty darn awesome. Alright, so we've seen that. Let's level her up some more and see what her skills can actually do. Alright, so here we have her at level 10. Her default skills, I should have probably skipped them. CS Empress, Thetis' mom, their default skills, not important. Distant Wave deals moderate water damage to one enemy, 50% chance of applying Drown to one enemy. Drown deals low water damage and removes 15% of stamina each turn. Thalassa's Chosen removes all negative status effects from one ally, applies Freeze Hater to an ally, gives 1 extra turn to itself. That is a pretty nice skill for a Skill Group 1 skill. You get an immediate extra turn, you remove negative effects from an ally, and you also give them Freeze Hater. So if the enemy is frozen, you're going to deal triple damage, and you give yourself an extra turn. So I'm assuming this monster is going to have an AoE freeze skill, maybe AoE Mega Freeze. and then that can really set up for your attacker. As far as using this monster, so far in terms of trait, again, the team freeze is nice, like super nice. The double maximum stamina is also pretty nice. I'm not sure how I feel about it as far as using it at a low level. Well, I mean, just like with Necromancer and the Earth Warmaster, they're used to counter bases that are reliant on a deny skill. So if you ever face, let's say like a Frostbite, if you ever face just any enemy monster that's reliant on AoE freeze, she can be a really good counter even at level 100 just because of the trait. So definitely the team freeze is nice. The double maximum stamina, I'm still debating. It definitely and certainly has its uses, but is it on par with like the other Warmasters? I don't know. Why don't you guys let me know in the comments below. Let me level up this monster a couple more levels to see her other 2 skills. We have Katsukana, deals moderate water damage to when enemy applies freeze. A single freeze skill that's spammable that only costs 28 stamina. And we have Low Tides, deals moderate water damage to all enemies, applies drown to all enemies, requires cooldown. So AoE drowned, 1 turn cooldown, so potentially you can use this more than once. So far the only skill I'm really liking is Thalassa's Chosen, the extra turn skill and that freeze hater. That is so darn awesome. I'm not gonna bother showing some skills like Distant Waves and Katsukana, so I'm just gonna keep leveling her up and see what else she can get. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Her next group of skills are pretty darn amazing. So let's start off with Ocean Rain. Removes all negative status effects from all allies and applies freeze hater to all allies. I love this a lot because it has no cooldown. It is spammable. You can remove negative effects from your team whenever you need to, and on top of that, you give all of your team freeze hater. So if you freeze the enemy monsters, you're going to be dealing triple damage. And that moves us on to what I suspected would be a skill, Arctic Waves. Not just AoE drowned, but also AoE freeze. Moderate water damage, again with the freeze and the drowned. That's so darn awesome. And then high pressure fluid I mean, deals removes positive side effects from one enemy, and you give 1 extra turn to yourself. So right now you have 2 extra turn skills. The last is Chosen, which gives freeze hater to one of your ally. You can remove a positive effect from an enemy. You can AoE freeze everyone and drown them. So this is awesome because if the enemy monster with high pressure fluid, let's say the enemy monster they have a double life shield, they have something really scary, they have camouflage, they have evasion. You can remove that evasion with high pressure fluid, get rid of it. You can give one of your allies who maybe was stunned or frozen or had daze or negative 50% accuracy, you can remove that negative effect from your next monster in the turn order, give them freeze hater, and then you can freeze everyone, and you just remove the positive buff from the enemy monster. So now they're most likely going to get frozen and they're going to be drowned. This is a great skill set right now, and she's only level 35. I am so looking forward to ranking her up and seeing what other skills she has to offer. So you know what, let's test her out. Let's take her to Adventure Map and see what she can do with these 4 skills. Alright Thalassa, let's see what you can do. You know what, let's just do Arctic Waves, freeze and drown. Actually no, so let's set up the combo. Let's do Chosen on my next monster. Alright, so now he has freeze hater, and if he had any negative effect, obviously it would get removed. Let's do Arctic Waves since there's nothing to remove from the enemy. So Arctic Waves, let's see who it lands on. Oh, unfortunately it only landed on 1 monster. It missed on these other 2, maybe because of that hardened trait. But we do have 1 target, so he's frozen, he's drowned. Let's do an attack. Keep in mind he's just a weak monster, 1100 attack power, but he has freeze hater and he has an elemental advantage here. Razor Claws, 16k. Fire Spark just obliterates him. Wow. Melting Fur, nope. Ember. So this Fire Spark deals 2,592 damage, more than enough to kill him thanks to the freeze hater. These monsters right here, these 2 Tarzapes, they don't have the freeze hater, and Fire Spark only deals 980. But as for this Tarzape, it obliterates him. 2,940 points of damage. How amazing is that? Alright, so let's take some damage. Let's recharge. Let's see what else I can do. So one of the cool things about having extra turn skills, and a lot of them, so gives 1 extra turn to itself, remove positive effects. They don't have anything, but let's just do it. High pressure fluid. I get an extra turn, and look, this thing only has a 2 turn cooldown. I believe, yeah, even fluid has a 2 turn cooldown, so there's a lot of rotation you can do essentially to yourself. Let me do this, actually, let me do the last chosen on myself to get rid of the daze. And then, look at that, Arctic Waves is usable. All of these skills right here, they have a 2 turn cooldown. So I can AoE freeze again, and drown. And this time it did land. Beautiful. And I got my ultimate, which I haven't even seen, but I get to experience here for the first time. Deep Warmaster Fury. Let's see. Removes positive status effects from all enemies. Disables traits on all enemies. Applies Mega Freeze and drown to enemies. Wow, that does a lot. That is an amazing, amazing ultimate. Trait disable, Mega Freeze, removes positive buffs. Nice, very, very nice. So even if the enemy had evasion, that doesn't matter. You would override all of that. That's great. So I realized I have no attack power skills. So let's just go ahead and do that. Deep Warmaster Fury. Gosh, that's epic. The animation wasn't so epic, but the skill itself, crazy cool. So now Fire Spark, yep, obliterates them. Let's just do Razor Claw. No, let's do something a little stronger. Let's do Ember. I want to see the drowned damage. 880 and 391. So that's from a freeze and a drowned. 18 from stamina. Okay, not as much as I was expecting. Maybe it is really low water damage. But yeah, that's essentially what she can do. Skills wise, I love her skills. I think previous Warmasters have been kind of criticized because of their skills. This monster, from what I'm seeing right now, definitely looks like she's gonna have some really great skills once she's ranked up. Even now, Thalassa's chosen high pressure fluid, Arctic waves, having that 2-turn cooldown, being able to rotate so easily, that is pretty darn awesome. And again, this can remove negative effects, and it's spammable if you ever need it. It gives freeze hater to everyone. Let's just continue to level her up and see what else she can do. Alright, so these are her next two skills. We have Absolute Pressure, which deals moderate water damage to all enemies and applies Mega Freeze to one enemy. So it's a single target Mega Freeze skill with a 3-turn cooldown, 32 stamina cost. And we have Crowd Refresh, which applies freeze hater to our allies and gives precision to all of your allies at no cooldown. So you can spam this as many times as you need to. So let's go ahead and test them out, and then we'll go back to discussing what a potential skill set for this monster is at level 100, because I know a lot of you aren't probably going to be able to rank her up, and most of you that get this monster are probably going to utilize her at level 100. Alright, let's see what she can do. So Pressure, Mega Freeze to an enemy, and Crowd Refresh, again, increased accuracy, and Freeze Hater. So as nice as the Mega Freeze is, like it's seriously really nice. I wonder if that's as valuable as the AoE Freeze. Probably not, especially if you use her as main denier. Although she also doesn't have to be main denier, especially at level 100. She's probably gonna, you could probably team speed her and have her go last as a potential freeze monster if you need to, or also just a support setup monster because you can apply the freeze hater and freeze. So support / denial, main denier, it really depends on what you have, what runes you have to utilize. Let's just recharge. Let's auto this. Penguin, lifesteal, okay, lost a monster, whatever. Alright, let's see. So Crowd Refresh is just, again, freeze hater and increased accuracy. So no one's frozen, so the freeze hater won't really do anything. But just to kind of showcase it, freeze hater, accuracy increased, and now his accuracy is increased. So I don't know, I like the removing negative effects. And look, he's now double immune to freeze. He's immune to freeze from himself and from the team trait. And so let's just recharge here. And again, to look at her other two skills, it really is waves. It's just a super nice AoE skill. Look at that. Freeze, 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 drown, drown, drown. That is awesome. And that drains stamina too. That is so darn awesome. And now the freeze hater actually has a purpose. No, now no one's frozen. I lied. If only it was drowned hater, that'd be nice, because drowned hater actually lasts for 3 turns. So yeah, that's kind of a showcase of her skills. Let me level her up to 100 and see what I'm actually gonna decide on. Alright, and so this is gonna be one of my proposed skill sets for a level 100 build. For sure run Arctic Waves. For sure run Chosen, and then I personally highly recommend High Pressure Fluid. As for the fourth and final skill, well, I guess I should say these two in my opinion are must-haves. For Fluid, I personally recommend it, but if you want something else, you could choose to run something else. And then Abysmal Pressure, that's the one you could honestly replace if you feel that another skill serves a better purpose. Again, the Mega Freeze is nice, but you can honestly rotate these 3 skills really easily. But if you were to replace Abysmal Pressure, the Mega Freeze, I would probably choose to replace it with one of these skills that removes negative effects. I think it was Ocean Rain. I just love having that team removal of negative effects, and it's, again, spammable. So even if you get hit cooldowns activated, you can remove negative effects from your team. Low Tides isn't needed. The single freeze isn't needed, although it is nice that it's spammable. You don't need it, especially when we have Arctic Waves. What else do we have? Distant Waves, definitely not needed. And the default skills, of course not. So a few options to replace Abysmal Pressure if you had to. The first would be the single freeze skill, the spammable single freeze skill. The next would be Ocean Rain, that clears negative effects from all your team and is spammable. And that's personally really it. Even Crowd Refresh, the precision is nice, but you don't need it too much. So if I really had to think about it, this would be my skill set. Abysmal Pressure, Arctic Waves, High Pressure Fluid, Chosen. Let's see her stats. 3399 power, so not indicative of an attacker. Life is 40k, that is super impressive. And speed is 3542, super impressive. So definitely she can be a main denier. She can go first, She can set up a freeze hater, she can AoE freeze, she can definitely do that. Although I don't think if you have her at level 100, once you start encountering those ranked up monsters, you're really not going to be getting the first turn, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because you still have her trait you can rely on. So in a scenario where you're facing, let's say, a 130 monster that relies on freeze, once again, let's say like a frostbite, although frostbite can also drain your stamina. But let's say you fight a frostbite. Even if frostbite is level 130, he goes first, does AoE freeze, your team can't get frozen, and if your Warmaster goes next, you can AoE freeze the enemy team, and again, you can set up with Chosen and give one of your attackers freeze hater, or one of your other monsters freeze hater. So pretty darn cool. I love the skills, I really do. The maximum stamina, again, I'm not sure how I feel about it too much. Definitely in situations where it can come useful. It's better to have a lot of stamina than to not have any stamina, so I guess there's no really knocking it. The single hardened is always nice, and then team immunity to freeze is the best thing. Relics, what can she hold? She can hold an amulet relic, and she can hold a shield, or an armor I mean, so she's pretty hard to take down. Look at that, 15k shield with this heavy duty armor. Healing amulet I'll give her for now. Again, there's even a stamina. I wonder what her skills group 4 is. So this is her at level 100. Let's use her in battle and let's see how well she does. For runes, I would honestly recommend for the majority of players just to have her as a supportive monster. You can have her go before your attacker, immediately before your attacker. That way she can set up some sort of, let me just give her a level 3 team speed just to showcase that you don't really need her going first, and her going last or second to last, or her going right before the attacker, that can work wonders. So let me do this. Actually, I'm going to replace the team speed rune with level 3 speed rune just so she can get a speed advantage over Volt, just so I can kind of showcase this potential combo you can do. So let's go ahead and face whoever, doesn't matter, we'll take on John. And again, I'm going to be throwing the battle, so I'm not allowed to win with these because it wouldn't be fair. But the cool thing is I get to showcase, and obviously I need to use Elvira because she's going to make my monster survive. So look, my monsters would have gotten frozen, but I blocked the freeze. Oh look, I lost some stamina. So you know what? I take it back. Just by watching this battle, I just learned a valuable thing. The maximum stamina is great because it counters all of these relics that are in the game that drain so much darn stamina, like the Oblation Trap, like the Drainer Staff, or Revenge Staff, or Oblation Staff, whatever Ruby did against me. Let's see, what did you have, Ruby? Yeah, the Oblation Staff, when hitting, removes 75 points of stamina from targets. 75 points of stamina. Thanks to my maximum stamina being doubled, that doesn't even matter. I still have 205 points of stamina. So anyhow, this is what you could potentially do with this monster. You could do something like, let's say we were facing an enemy monster. Let's say it was a General Tomb. He gave his team a double life shield. You could do high pressure fluid to remove that double life shield. So bye bye double life shield. And then we can do Chosen on one of your monsters, your next monster that's going to be an attacker. And look, now he has freeze hater. And then you can freeze everyone with Arctic Waves. Now, I was lucky to get my ult, so I'm going to go ahead and just do my ult. Why not? Might as well use it. And then, again, but you didn't need to do this. You could have done her regular AoE freeze skill, but now everyone's frozen. And then your attacker, if he has a strong 45 damage AoE, strong 50 damage AoE, he can deal some serious damage. This is a Volt with 7200 power. Not that strong, but thanks to the freeze hater, thanks to the enemy being frozen, look, he only has what, a level 7? Yeah, he only has a level 7 strength rune. But he's dealing 34k damage to the Ruby, to anyone that has freeze hater. Let's see aggression. Aggression deals, wow, it kills the shield and a little more. Assault is 15, 20k is 34. Let's do static shocks. Yeah, but again, so definitely rechanging my thoughts on the maximum stamina. Definitely comes in handy. Definitely. And yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Let's go 20k volts. And let's go with static shocks. Bye bye Ruby. And yeah, pretty darn powerful monster. Skills wise, I really do like the skills. I like the skills a lot. And my freeze hater is gone, but the enemy's still frozen. This one is drowned, so this becomes my new priority. And again, I'm not gonna win these battles. I'm just trying to showcase potential combos. So let's just go ahead and exit, and we'll move on. I was really hoping to find a monster that can do AoE freeze. It didn't happen, so this is just a battle I actually just want to lose. So let's see what happened. Yaga's Curse, Pakuya. Okay, so I'm on my own, just I guess kind of showcasing how tanky she is. And look, she still has a healing amulet to help her out. That heavy duty armor really helps. So yeah, incredibly tanky monster. No freeze reliant bases. No freeze reliant bases. Well, there's a cabin fish, but he also has AoE stun. So maybe if I had the Earth Warmaster monster also. And again, no freeze reliant bases. So kind of hard to showcase it. Let's see how her potential against a Faraday base. All right, let's auto this real quick. Faceless. Lane odds. Any stamina drain relics? There it is. Oblation Staff. I lost 102 stamina, but it doesn't even matter that much thanks to my maximum double stamina. So that's pretty cool. Double maximum stamina, and there's Ruby Explosion. All right, here's the same thing. I'm going to do Chosen. No, I don't need to do Chosen. Let's just do, yeah, it is Chosen. Let's do Chosen on Volt. So now he has a Freeze Hater. And let's see what Faraday does. Oh, he actually attacked me because he has the elemental advantage, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Healing Amulet. And now we're going to try my Freeze skill. Let's see if it lands on Faraday. Hopefully it does. Perfect. And then Volt is able to basically kick butt. Look at that. Bam. Static Shocks. That's beautiful. So we're going to lose the battle, but I hope you're starting to see the potential with this monster. Pretty darn amazing. Alright, let's look if there is a freeze reliant base. I hope so. Hydratilla, I guess, can do freeze. Oh, Zimyaya can do freeze. So let's do a quick change because Elvira can't be there. That messes everything up. So let's say you're in a scenario where you're going up against monsters that can freeze you. You can just bring attackers, to be completely honest, which is what I'm going to do. So there's one attacker. Let me bring another attacker. Or maybe I can bring a Rossigon. Let's try Rossigon. Let's see how this works out. It probably won't work out as well as I wanted to, but that is completely fine. Let me really quickly. I need my shield. Let's just see how this works out because I have no idea how it's going to work out. Change for Rossigon. Rossigod. Let's give him a little shield. And what I'm basically want to showcase in this battle is that maybe just by bringing an attacker or two attackers, a supportive monster, even if the enemy monster is super fast, like that Zimyaya, he's level 130, he does AoE freeze, you're fine, your monsters still get a turn and they can still attack. Again, she's not really on the league of Necromancer or Elvira, I would say, being utilized at level 100, can still be utilized, but not at the same level. Because it really depends on that Flamarion, what level he has, what runes he has, if he has, yeah, or even this attacker has 2 speed, so we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. So I just want to block the freeze, essentially. Devastating Barrage. Oh, it's a stun. He has AoE stun. So that didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to. But assuming it was like an AoE freeze, I wouldn't have gotten frozen. I would have been able to attack. So that would have been cool. And look, miss. That was the AoE freeze. And of course you have to get your ult, so I can't really showcase it. But hopefully you guys kind of saw what I meant. And look at that, I am still alive. Man, I am incredibly tanky. And I can kind of showcase some of the removing negative effects. Now keep in mind, I did unfortunately remove the team remove negative effects, the 0 cooldown one. Although I did say you could run it. I chose to not run it, but you could run it. But that's completely fine because here we can do, I believe we can do Chosen. Let me do this, let me be smart about this. Removes negative effects. Let me do Chosen on my Rossigon. As much as I would love to give him Freeze Hater, I can't really give him Freeze Hater. Let me do the AoE Freeze. Actually, yeah, let me do AoE Freeze. And it landed. Oh, everyone's immune to freeze, so this was a dumb battle. And then I lost a bunch of stamina. Let's do Charge with Resonance on my attacker, on my Barakor. So there, negative effects are gone. I can do Bestial Charge. I can actually do this. So I can attack him and I stunned him. That's cool. Exhausting Mask. Look at that. I lost 86 stamina. I still have enough to do an attack. Thank you. And if I would have given him the mask, I could have actually killed Flamarion. Oh well. Let's go ahead and attack. Who do I want to attack? Let's take out Zimyaya. Let's see if I can finish him off thanks to the Drowned. Let's find out. Exhausting Mask. 4 stamina. So Drowned. Drowned 4,000. So, oh, it's 10%. Okay, so he'll die next turn. And you will not die next turn. Let's recharge. If only that Flamarion didn't get his ult. Alright, 4,000. So you'll die next turn. Dartmouth Chapter 9. And I lost. But yeah, what do you guys think about this monster? I think she's pretty darn cool. I think she certainly has potential. In terms of skills, she definitely has some of the better skills I've seen on Warmaster monster. In terms of usability just by the trait, which is like a criteria used to judge Warmasters. Again, I don't think she's personally on the league of Necromancer or Elvira, But yeah, I think she's pretty good. So anyhow, this has been a level 1 to 100 / showcase first exclusive look at the Warmaster Thalassa. These are my personal thoughts on the monster. Again, this was my first time seeing any of her skills, my first time playing with her. I'm gonna cut the video right now because it's already pushing 30 minutes and I don't want to make you guys watch an hour-long video. So part 2 will be level 100 to 130, and I am so looking forward to seeing skills group 4. Once again, a huge thanks to Social Point for working with me, giving me the monster, giving me the food, the gems, the cells, everything I need to make this video. Thank you so much, and to everyone watching this video, I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me your thoughts in the comments below, and please, if you haven't done so already, join the Discord community, both the official Monster Legends Discord and my own Discord, because both places are really great sources of information. With that being said, once again, really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I hope you are looking forward to part 2.